Hey everybody, I'm Angela Pattison, and I'm super excited to be sharing tonight with my friend Terry Richardson. And we have two different stories. We're going to be sharing from our perspective what Plexus has done for us and what we love so much about it, and how this is going to be something that you should take a look at because this will really benefit you and probably a lot of people that you know. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Terry. Terry, tell us all the things and how this has helped you basically when nothing else is working for you. I'm going to mute myself and let you take it away.
Okay, this might take a minute. No, I'm just kidding. Well, first of all, thank y'all for hopping on and joining us tonight. A little bit about me. I am married to my husband, Shane. Been married for 20 something years. I don't even remember, but I have two boys, 21-year-old and a 17, so they are practically grown, or they think they are. But I have been I've been taking Plexus for over 6 years now. And actually, let me take y'all back a little bit. I actually tried Plexus about 15 years ago. I don't usually share that with very many people, but I'm gonna be real. I actually tried it for a very short period of time, but this was also when I was in the mindset of I want to be skinny by tomorrow phase of my life. And so I wasn't thinking about healing my body. I wasn't thinking about long-term health. I just wanted quick results. And when I did not get them like I wanted them, I moved on to the next best thing, right? So fast forward several years later, I am 39, about to be 40. And y'all, all of the problems that I have had over the 20 plus years, because this started when I was a teenager, they all piled up. They all very much mattered. And losing an extra 5 to 10 pounds wasn't my biggest goal anymore. All the things that I had been struggling with for years that I had been normalizing, they were catching up with me very quickly. And I had gotten to a point in my life where I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired, if anybody can relate. And I'm pretty sure several of y'all on here can relate. But the crazy thing is, like I said, those weren't new things coming to me. I had been dealing with these things since I was 17 years old. Actually, if you want to think, going back to my toddler years, I've always had issues with dairy. So it had been a minute. It had been a minute. And so I had just gotten used to it, and I had normalized those things. Okay. And I had convinced myself that it was normal to be tired all the time. It was normal to be bloated all the time. But just because everybody around me was dealing with those same things, it made it feel normal, but it was common. And common is not the same thing as normal, right? So I remember thinking when I was about to be 40, I remember thinking, okay, if this is what almost 40 feels like, what in the world how am I going to be feeling when I'm 50? How am I going to be feeling when I'm 60? How am I going to be able to function with my kids? Because I felt well, not my kids, but my grandkids one day. And that really, it made me very sad. And so kind of got into a phase of I was dreading getting older, not just because of the wrinkles, but just because of how I was feeling. And so I started at 17. I had been going to a GI doctor. I was tested for everything under the sun. They ended up slapping me with a diagnosis saying I had IBS. But later on found out I ended up having H. pylori. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's a terrible bacteria. And I had it for years undiagnosed. And so that led to inflammation in my colon. It led to ulcers in my stomach. I had chronic constipation. I literally only went to the bathroom like once every 7 to 10 days. Not only the stomach issues, but I dealt with terrible anxiety. I was hypoglycemic. My sleep was terrible. I was on prescription meds, allergies, got the shots, took prescription allergy medicine. So I was constantly having I don't. I'm already tired of hearing my problems, y'all. But I still got a list to keep going. I had tons of sinus infections. Like every month, I was on an antibiotic, and y'all know what antibiotics lead to: more women trouble, right? And so I just felt like every time I went to the doctor, I was leaving with another diagnosis and another prescription, and down the road, it was more side effects, right? But it wasn't so much the diagnosis that was the hardest part. The hardest part was how all of those things was showing up in my life. Y'all, my husband and my boys, they did not get the best version of me at all. There were a lot of times There were a lot of times that I would sit there and watch outside the window because we had our toy box. My kids playing in the toy box, and my husband out there as the fun parent because I just didn't, I was spent. I did not feel great. I was tired all the time. And so, I mean, that was really hard. That was really hard. And it wasn't because I didn't love my family, I just felt terrible. Um, and so, my day looked like I worked weekends, and so I was off during the week. And so my day looked like took them to school, went to the gym, came home, and I pretty much slept until 2 o'clock. I would set my alarm till 2. I would get up and do some wifely duties to make it look like I was productive, and then I would go and play mom for the rest of the afternoon. And so that was that was my everyday. And knowing what I know now, like all the things that I was struggling with, y'all, it rooted back to three things: gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation that I was carrying around in my body. Because when your blood sugar is all over the place, guess what? You're tired, you're cranky, you're snapping at people that you love, you're craving sugar, you're not sleeping well. And that was me every single day. I was taking prescription sleep medicine because I wasn't sleeping. And y'all, listen, it's kind of a joke around my house, but I would wake up in the middle of the night every night on prescription meds because I would not remember it, craving sugar. I would go and just turn up the milk jug because that was like, I didn't buy sweets. And my husband, the next morning, he would literally find the cereal box, like the cereal box that has the chocolate delight kind. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I would pick the chocolate out of the cereal box and he would make a joke the next day, like, looks like Juanita was here last night. That's what we called her, the girl that got up in the middle of the night craving sugar. Her name was Juanita. But anyway, she don't live here anymore, so that is good. But yeah, during the day, I lived off coffee, Code Red Mountain Dew, which sounds so disgusting. It tastes like syrup now. And so I just always was in that state of feeling like my body was fighting against me. And I worked out, y'all. I ate pretty well. 80% of the time, I wasn't a junk food eater. And if you saw me, you would think that I was normal, but I was struggling so much. Um, and I don't know if I said this, but I literally would only go to the bathroom once every 7 to 10 days. And y'all listen, nobody told me that if you ate 2 or 3 times a day, you were supposed to go to the bathroom 2 or 3 times a day. That is normal. It is not normal to not go to the bathroom. And so, dairy sensitive, I could not eat. I love dairy and I love pasta, but anytime I would eat anything like that, it would send me into a spiral. So every time if I wasn't eating like one of five things, it was always a gamble. And so that affected me and my husband, that affected us going on dates. We really didn't because I just had a bad attitude of like, well, I can't eat that or whatever. I always had to eat chicken strips, right? And then my hormones were out of whack. And so that affected my marriage for sure. I did not even want my husband to look at me because my blood sugar was out of whack. I sure didn't want him to touch me because my hormones were so out of whack. And so, anyway, lots of tension. And basically, if you have not figured it out by now, I was a hot mess. And so, a couple years, we'll just say 2 years, I had a friend of mine reaching out to me about plexus, and she just kept sending me all of this gut health stuff. And, I would read it and skim through it and be like, I done did that, done tried that. Well, then when I've gotten to this point in my life at almost 40, now I'm like, okay, something's got to give. So started researching everything that I struggle with, and she was right. She's not on this call, so I can say that. But she was right, and everything that I was struggling with rooted back to that. And so, with a 60-day money back guarantee, I said, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, I felt very confident I was going to return the products. And so, first week in, y'all, because blood sugar is legit. I within a week I was not craving sugar. Second week I was sleeping so much better. I remember two weeks in sitting at the table working because at this point I'd started telling everybody and their brother and their sister about the products. But I remember sitting at the table and my husband saying, "Babe, I don't know what you are doing, but you need to keep doing it because I feel like I have my wife back." And it wasn't about weight. I looked exactly the same. It was the fact that he saw that I was happy And then I wasn't moody. And then I wasn't laying on the sofa when he got home from work. So started having more energy, started waking up before my alarm went off. Workouts were better. I was getting more results in the gym. Um, Probably my second week or my second month, I had my cousin come over and she joined me. And she's like, Terry, your stomach has never looked so flat. And it wasn't, I had not lost any weight at this point. I just was not bloated because she knew I had so much GI issues. So, anyways, about my second month, 6 to 8 weeks, at this point, I'm just so happy I'm feeling better. I started dropping a pound a week because what had happened was, y'all, your body has so many, like, I had so many things fighting against me. Like, it didn't matter what I did, I was not going to lose the weight because my body had to heal. And so, for the next 8 to 10 weeks, I dropped a pound every single week. I wasn't dieting, I just was sleeping better. I was craving less sugar. I had more energy. My metabolism was up. My hormones weren't fighting against me. And I just started losing weight. And so, that was a huge thing. And now I pretty much eat what I want. I still go through the drive-through sometimes. I enjoy things. I'm all about balance. But I get to eat dairy. Y'all get to, that's probably the biggest thing I eat every day. I probably eat too much dairy, but I love it and I don't bloat with it. Um, Me trying to lose 5 pounds is not, it's not that hard anymore. And I'm 47 years old, y'all, 47. And so that is a lot. So I used to have a bag of medication that I carried around with me, and I don't even have that anymore. I don't have any stomach problems. I'm not on anxiety meds anymore. I don't take any prescription medicines, allergy medicines, none of it. And I'm not sitting here telling you it's all a quick fix. It takes time. It took about 6 months for me to reverse, like for the products to reverse what my body had gone through over the years. My cholesterol was normal for the first time ever. They told me I'd always have high cholesterol because of genetics. Not true. My cholesterol is perfect now. So yeah, now I don't feel like my body is fighting against me. And I mean, my husband loves me. He loved me before, but now he likes me. He loves to be around me. We go on date nights probably once a week, and it is fantastic. And I am the best version of myself for my boys. And so what I look forward to now is I don't dread getting older. I mean, I'm 47 years old and I mean, I don't really want wrinkles, but I don't dread getting older because of my health because I feel better at 47 than I ever did in my 20s and 30s. So, that is my story. I could keep talking to you all about this forever, but I'm going to turn it over to Angela because she has added our newest combo over the last few months, and it has helped her a ton with just the season of hormone change that she has been going through. So I'm going to let her tell y'all about that.
Well, thank you, Terry, for sharing all that. That's amazing. And I'm sure there's many on here that are either going to watch this replay or watching it now that could probably relate. I know myself, I could relate to a lot of that. So 5 years ago, y'all, I came in for similar, not quite as bad as Terry described with the IBS stuff, but I did have gut health stuff. I had doubled over pain if I ever had dairy. I couldn't eat cheesecake even on our anniversary unless I was going to be committed to the toilet for the rest of the night, y'all. So literally, I had struggles like that too. I had cat allergies. I wouldn't have been able to be sitting in this house right now without having to be on Benadryl. And literally, it changed all of that for me. So many things I can relate to with gut health related, inflammation in my body, brain fog, fatigue, low libido, like a lot of things that come as you get older, leaky gut causes, right? But fast forward, I want to tell y'all this part of it because listen, all of us need gut health. All of us need to work on the core foundation of what our gut health system can do. It gets to the root issues of going through the layers of candida, depositing the good, and balancing blood sugar. And it's going to be the foundation that all of us can get on. But when you add into it our newest combo that helps activate the GLP-1 naturally, y'all, it's going to help with those things that a lot of us start to struggle with as we get like 30s and on. Honestly, though, y'all, some people that are younger than 30s might be having hormonal stuff going on. So for me, I have hit perimenopause. And even though I've been doing so well on Plexus for like 5 years, or it was about 4.5 years, I had hit a wall with realizing what is going on. All of a sudden, I'm noticing a difference with my metabolism and my cravings, and just some things shifting in my body. And I realized it was perimenopause that had been obviously affected me. And even though I still feel good in a lot of ways of what Plexus has done for me, I was beginning to have struggles with what my weight management, cravings at night, especially things like that. And when I added this newest combo in, it changed all of that. So let me just tell you though, in December, I want to say, I was eating way more than I should have been, y'all. I gained more weight than maybe I normally would through winter holiday stuff. And typically, all the things I know to do to lose weight, because I've been healthy and fit my whole life. I was an athlete growing up. I know how to eat right. I've always been into holistic healing and stuff. And anyway, I was doing all the right things. I was eating right. I was getting my sleep in. I was exercising. I was drinking my water, high protein, watching my macros, every single thing I was doing right. And the only thing that started to change me getting past that, where not even plateau, like had gained 12 pounds and I could only lose three of it. And I was like, what in the world is going on? So we launched this new combo in January, and a specific way to take it. I started on this journey, and it was about March. I think it was March 5th when I actually started. In the first week, I saw a change, and I was already noticing like the cravings were not there, like normally would be for me to be wanting all the munchies at night. And I don't mean because I shouldn't have said munchies because y'all ain't getting high, but just from like craving popcorn, craving like things like that. I literally did not feel those things like I had always wanted to have at night. I can go all day long, y'all, and eat good. And then once nighttime comes, something happens. I don't know if any of y'all can relate to that. But for me, it was like, oh my gosh, like I really notice when I'm really actually hungry, when I'm really actually full. And not only that, y'all, I thought I had some energy before. I felt even more again, like I hit another level of like, man, I feel good. I feel like I'm feeling good again, and I'm more in control again of my cravings and my appetite. And lost 9.5 pounds, y'all, in just like 2 months. And for me, that's pretty good considering I'm now back to the goal weight that I wanted to be. So everybody's body's different. There are people that have lost, I know even one of them that's on here, 30 pounds in the same amount of time. There are some who, it just depends on where they're at and how they're doing. And you got to be eating good protein as well. We do recommend that. We recommend still getting good sleep. We still recommend you taking care of your gut health. But y'all, when you add in these three simple steps, it's the hunger control slim, it's the restore mixed together to make a purple drink, and our balance. You add that in, it has made all the difference. And what it is that all of us have that GLP-1, which is actually stands for glucagon like peptide 1. We all have that hormone in our gut. The majority is in your gut. And the signaling gets blocked with stress. Anybody got stress? Eating the wrong kinds of things. A lot of people do that, right? Hormone change, yes. In the environment, there's just all kinds of things that pollute and make that signal not clear, and they call it food noise. So this is clearing the food noise. Your hormone's going to be activated to work like it's supposed to naturally without synthetics. And you couple that together with the gut health system, which has our probiotic, our BioCleanse, which is our magnesium supplement, and our, again, the Slim. You're going to be balanced, y'all. Your hormones, your blood sugar, your metabolism, your digestion. It helps with all the things working like it's supposed to. And basically, bottom line is that this is going to help you to begin to have your body functioning the way God designed it to. So we have more information we can give you. If anybody watches this and you want to know a little more of the science behind it, we will hook you up with another video or some information to give you more details on the science side of things. But I'm telling you, this has been a game changer for me, now double, because of healing the gut, getting rid of all the allergies and all the problems, and now seeing my metabolism work again and feeling like like the best version of myself again at 48 years old. So, anyway, we are so excited for y'all to give this a try yourself, share with other people. Whatever questions you have, though, we want to ask you to get back to whoever invited you here, and we will definitely get you the information to see your best results. And we want you to let us know what your thoughts are because we're going to be doing a giveaway. If you have checked this out, if you've watched this and you have something that you're relating to, though, get back to who invited you to have those questions answered for you. And I do want to leave you with this before we jump off. I want you to know that when you get started here right now, you're going to be able to get an amazing discount. You're going to be able to have 10% off of your first order and free shipping right now until the 14th. So it is an amazing time to get started on whatever pack, whether it's the gut health or it's the GLP-1 combo or the combination of both. Whatever you start with, you're going to be able to start getting amazing results. And there's nothing you're ever locked into, y'all. We have a 60-day money back guarantee with less than 2% return rate, and our products flat out work. Grab 3 friends to jump in with you. You make back over $300 to cover gas, groceries, your products for the next several months. Or you can grab 6 friends right now and actually get over $400 in a $250 Nike gift certificate. And that could make an amazing gift, or you can go shop for yourself. So we just can't not tell you about these amazing incentives and deals that you get along with somebody who's going to step in with you. We're going to help you get results. We're going to be there with you to help you this whole way so that you have the support you need. And that's pretty much it. We're going to let you go now. Thank you so much for jumping on and being a part of this with us. And we're so excited to see what this is going to do for you. And also, by the way, just in case you do want to know more about the business side, actually, right after this call, we have an 8:15 Welcome to Wellness call. You can jump right on and learn a little bit more, as well as hear more about the opportunity side. So get back to whoever invited you on for information for that as well. Talk to you later.